Hey, welcome back to Story Mode with Mark. This week is all about editing for writers. Some of the programs are familiar to me, others are new, and one's out of reach because it's in the Mac environment. I hope that you can find something that works for you in your own projects. So first, Story Mode. Editing shows us how a story is meant to be told. We can take our raw ideas, emotions, and characters and build them into refined people, events, and stories.
George Lucas was the creative force behind Star Wars. A huge part of shaping A New Hope into the cultural phenomenon we know today was his then-wife and editor, Marcia Lucas. She's a highly acclaimed film editor who won the Academy Award for Best Editing. Her contribution wasn't just technical, it was structural storytelling. One of her biggest changes was the Death Star trench run. She didn't just cut it together, she restructured it. By intercutting the climactic scene with the Death Star preparing to fire on the Rebel base, she created a ticking clock, and that ramps up tension so much. Suddenly it's not just a space battle, it's a race against total destruction, greatly increasing the odds for the character's very survival. Then there was the pacing and tone work. A lot of extra exposition got trimmed down, scene transitions were tightened, and the film just moves better because of it. It does feel a bit slow, compared to today's pacing in films, but for its time it was groundbreaking in so many ways. The edit is a huge part of what made it shine. It also helps balance something really important, the seriousness of the stakes with the warmth and personality of the characters, and it leads into small but really important human moments. A little thing like Chewbacca reacting aggressively to a little mouse droid. It seems minor, but those little beats add personality. They make the world feel lived in instead of just plotted. And then there's the bigger narrative shaping. She pushed the key emotional beats into place, like Obi-Wan's death, and those grounding moments that really define Luke's journey and lock the story into a proper hero's arc. Without this level of editing, Star Wars could have easily ended up feeling like a loose collection of space ideas and scenes. But with it, it becomes something much tighter. It's fast, clean, emotionally grounded hero's journey that just flows, and arguably helped kick off one of the hugest franchises today. Memento. Christopher Nolan's editing in films gives audiences just enough to mostly see what's going on. Tenet is a similar structure, but Memento, an earlier picture of Nolan's, is an example of editing being the expression of the film. Structure is the story. There's one timeline that moves forward, and it's filmed in black and white. The other, moving backwards in time, is filmed in color. These sequences interlock, eventually meeting at the center of the film. Each scene drops a fragment of truth, but never enough to fully understand what's happening until the final convergence. What makes it so effective is restraint. Nothing's given away early, even though every scene is secretly building toward the ending, or is kind of filmed after it. Without this structure, Memento is a fairly standard noir-style mystery. With it, it becomes a psychological puzzle where the audience experiences memory loss in real time. A really interesting feature is that the DVD release allowed viewers to watch the whole story chronologically. It's only recommended if you've already seen the main version. It's like the same story technically. It's a very different impact because the ending hits you like around 30-minute mark-ish. And the rest is just this wild story of this man doing kind of terrible things. Kingdom of Heaven. Ridley Scott's medieval epic is an overlooked example of a film being weakened for theater, and then dramatically improved through editing in the director's cut, or as I prefer, the only cut. The theatrical release suffered heavily from studio interference. There was so much lost, about 45 minutes of essential material. There was a major reduction in B-plot structures, character relationships were left underdeveloped or very unclear, and motivations for political and personal decisions were stripped out entirely. Even the protagonist's backstory was heavily reduced. The love story was minimized, and the princess's son isn't even in the theatrical cut, which is a huge loss for her character. The theatrical version feels like a series of stuff happening without any emotional and narrative reasons behind them, and they are often missing. What this director's cut restores is full character arcs and motivations, added political, religious, and theological complexity, proper setup and payoff for relationships, and it restores the emotional spine of Balian's journey, which gives greater context by the expanded people around him. The director's cut isn't just better, it's structurally complete. It transforms the film from a fragmented historical story into a coherent, character-driven epic. This is a rare case where editing didn't just improve the pacing, but it restores the story.
In cinema, editing isn't just the cleanup work, it is the film. No matter if it's for CGI, After Effects, or all of the reshoots that can happen, or just putting the film together, it's a different experience and process. In books, it takes that first scribble on a napkin into the final book on a shelf. The process is different, whether it's CGI or reshoots, you end up doing a whole lot of work, but the honing process is where the magic happens. And that's not part of my script, that's just me. So here are some of the top editing suites, writing programs, and revision tools available for modern writers. Top 10.
Atticus. It combines editing, writing, and publishing prep all in one platform. Its organizational tools are not as extensive as Scrivener's. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's got built-in... Since it does have built-in publishing and formatting, it's pretty versatile. You can basically adjust things and view them how they'll actually be in your ebook, which is pretty cool. So this is a great potential publishing tool. As for editing, it will do book formatting. It can, export to ebook. It's got good print layout generation. It's got cloud access, goal tracking, chapter organization, collaboration tools, and cross-platform compatibility. Think this is going to be more of a good publishing tool than it is specifically editing. It does break up things nicely, so you can set themes while you're writing. You can adjust so many different things. It's got so many cool little tools and tricks for your final positioning. As far as an editing tool itself, I think there's others that'll probably work for you just fine. Atticus gives you a 30-day trial, and then basically try it for 30 days, and it'll give you your money back if you don't like it. Otherwise, it costs $147 USD. It's a bit steep for me. I'll use another program because I don't really intend to use a whole lot of pictures in my novel, but it's got a lot of versatility and customization if that's what works for you. Alright, AutoCrit. Why you want to use AutoCrit? It's designed specifically for fiction writers and novel editing. It's heavily tool locked behind premium features. It's a $30 a month subscription. So for this one, if you want to use it, I recommend just getting it for the 1 month when you're going to start doing your major edits, and cancel it unless you're happy to throw $30 into it a month. If you're a constant writer who needs it, great, good for you. It's got a huge swath of tools available. It's got your genre benchmarks. It'll do the repetition detection, give you pacing analysis, dialogue evaluation, word choice reports, manuscript scoring, fiction focused editing, and readability assessment, which is pretty cool if it works well. It gives you your daily writing streak, and you can set your goals for if you have word targets per day. It's got a community tab and an academy tab, so it looks like it has a whole bunch of online workshops. Gives you different lessons from different people. Let's see. Whoa! Okay, the academy is $150 and then $75 monthly. I like that it gives you a style and theme option. It gives you templates for your header, footer. It is cool that it gives you a publishing preview, so you can see what it's like for the actual final version as a EPUB or PDF, which is pretty great. The Google Suite with Docs, it's great for your collaborating and gathering feedback from your multiple readers. A noted downside, I guess, is that it can struggle a little bit more if you're using a massive document, but it seems like less of an issue these days. And you can always break it up into different headings or subtabs. So yeah, you can have like real-time collaboration. So you can, if you wanted 5 people writing the same story all at once, you could do it. I don't know why you would, but hey, shits and giggles. So key features, you have the live collaborating or collaborative editing. Yeah, your commenting and suggestions, same as your standard of Word. You have your version history. You can do cross-platform accessing. It's easy to make linking inside the document. You can even do voice typing if you want. It's got it built in as a feature. And cloud saving on Google Drive. And you can even, of course, export your document to wherever you need it to go. So very similar to the industry standard, Google Docs allows you to save it in whatever file format you want and go from there. It's a solid option. I prefer using Google Docs just because it's the environment I've been in for years. Hemingway Editor. It helps writers create cleaner and more readable prose. Big drawback is that it might encourage heavy use of AI to do a lot of the work for you. It does have a limit on your prompts. However, it pretty much highly suggested just writing a whole swath of the story. I think it'll just try and write your whole book for you, as you'll probably see shortly. It does give a fine visual readability analysis. It gives you lots of options for word choices and prose. It has a passive voice detection. It'll give you adverb highlighting and suggestions. It can deal with complex sentence detection, and it has color coding that might help with editing suggestions. It has a distraction-free editor, so you can just put it on write mode and nothing will pop up. Or you can put it on the edit mode and it'll give you all kinds of suggestions. Has your basic formatting tools and quick copy and exporting options. Yeah, might work for you. I don't know what Hemingway does with your information, if it gives it to itself or sells it. I don't know. But it does give you that second opinion in case you can't afford an editor. So yeah, Grammarly has its grammar checking functionality, punctuation correction, your clarity suggestions, tone detection. You can have it as a browser integrated app, so you can, whatever program you do like using, if you want Grammarly on top of it, it works pretty well as your generic editor, like for your grammar. I've used it as both. I prefer to basically write whatever I'm writing and then dump it into Grammarly, and then I can go through the editing process there. I don't know if I'd want to do my whole book in here, but for tone, it's good. It's easily, you can work it with Microsoft Word or Google Docs or probably a number of these other options. All right, it's got plagiarism checking. In case you're writing like for school, or if you've accidentally pulled from some bigger artists out there, you can, check that before you try and publish. That is one of their premium features, so it is a subscription model. But it's got some good options in there if you're up for that. It does have AI-powered writing assistance. I played around with that a little bit. It's more of a corrective thing than a generation thing, so I haven't tried to make it generate me too much. Maybe I'll try that for this demonstration. But yeah, overall, Grammarly, it's like that nice little side program more than my full editing suite. That's how I've used it. There are several free options out there, true free things. LibreOffice Writer It's an alternative to Microsoft Word or Google Docs. It's an offline only product. So there's some compatibilities that can happen with Word documents. So if you have to hand something in, you might have a weird glitch in your document. If it's just straight text, it's probably fine. But if you got more advanced things like tables or images, might get a little fussy. It's got Docs compatibility. It can track changes. You can do comments and annotations. You can do all your offline editing. You can easily send a document to whoever to edit it. It has a PDF export if that's your thing. The program itself is open source in development, so things will get updated eventually to no cost to you. You can customize the look of it a bit. It's a little clunkier using the program itself. It feels a little dated, so maybe that's a boon. It feels like an old school, like 15-20-year-old program, because it is. It's got everything that you would have found in Word 20 years ago. ProWritingAid. It offers detailed analysis aimed at specifically improving your writing quality. It's got a bunch of built-in tools that you can run like a sentence or a chapter or your whole book through. It'll give you like a whole plot analysis. It can check against like a 3-act story structure. It'll kind of help with like what's good, what's missing. It can find like overused words. It's pretty cool for its in and out analytical tool options. It can give you cool readability reports, repeated word detection again, your sentence structure analysis, and you can do chapter by chapter editing to kind of keep that flow as you go, or you can put it all in afterwards, which is what I would recommend. Otherwise, I'm going to just be overanalyzing everything I do as I write instead of just getting a draft done. So I haven't used ProWritingAid for my story yet, but I plan on doing so once my draft is complete. It's a really cool tool. I used it before when I did a NaNoWriMo, and it gave me like a free, here you can run it through, but it is a subscription. Scrivener. It's a pretty popular writing program. It's excellent for organizing your complex writing projects and long manuscripts. Scrivener also has a steeper learning curve than traditional word processors. It has a pretty good binder organizational system, so you can get like folders and subfolders nicely organized. Some nice key features include like you have binder for your scene and chapter management. You can look at everything at once. You can have a corkboard view. You can have outliner tools, research storage, throw all your pictures and notes and whatever you need. You can set up whatever files you want for characters or world building notes. Yeah, it's got a split screen editing feature, so you can only have one person using it, but you can be in multiple places at once. If you're like, oh, did I mention that thing in chapter 5? Oh, yep, okay, there it is. I'll make sure I add a note about it. Here you go. You can do snapshot and you can have snapshot version control. Ulysses. So for all you Mac users out there, this one seems highly recommended. Designed for writers who want that distraction-free environment, and it's got a nice look, aesthetic, clean vibe. If you're already in the Apple environment, this could be for you. Okay, it's got a minimalist environment that keeps your workspace clean. You can use it to have distraction-free writing environment. You can sync it up on your multiple devices, whether it's on your Mac, iPhone, iPad. It can give you your writing goals and progress tracking, project and manuscript organization, your focus mode. You can export it to whatever file format you need, so docs or PDF, EPUB. It's got your built-in publishing options. The minimalist design seems to keep all the menus and buttons kind of hidden until you want to start using them. It's a nice clean approach to designing an app, which I quite like. It gives you your standard chapters and sections in the sidebar. You can jump around where you need to. It's won multiple awards for design.
And it's got great Apple ecosystem integration.
Microsoft Word. Word remains the industry standard for professional editing. If you're working with editors, agents, publishers, beta readers, it's the easiest format to work with and between people. There's the potential drawback for the advanced features. They are somewhat hidden behind the subscription cost. So that's not great, but for generically using Word as a basic like Word editor, it's all right. You can still use its cloud to save your documents and easily share them with other viewers and readers and editors. At the end of the day, the best editing tool is the one that helps you get to the finish line with your story. Thanks for watching Story Mode with Mark. Hope you found an interesting option to try out there. I know I'm going to try and use ProWritingAid at some point. If you want to know more specifically about programs that are good for a writing platform, programs that are good for world building tools, I got videos for those. Maybe they'll be over here if I figure it out. And my next stuff's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to eventually discuss things about publishing, but I am far from that realm, so I'm going to leave that for a little bit and work on some other channel fun stuff I got. If you enjoyed today's Story Mode with Mark, please like and subscribe. I'd love to see a comment on what you are working on, which program you've used before, anything like that. Little channel engagement, appreciate it. New channel, barely post, so every little bit helps. And enjoy writing whatever you're working on. Throw that in the comments too. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Okay, so that was about 10 editing programs. Thank you so much for watching today. I don't really have a plan for an outro. Maybe I'll fix it in post. Alright. I'm just like throwing my shit out there. Look at me.